In the heart of the forest, Bob thought he knew every nook and cranny, but one day he stumbled upon something that defied all logic. A tiny creature that would turn his perception of reality upside down. Hello, I'm Erudai and welcome to Moonskull. If you're looking for tales of horror, the paranormal, sci-fi, and the unexplained, then you are in the right place. I'll tell you 4,500 wonderful fear addicts, as well as the 30% of you closet horror buffs who have still not subscribed, the story I just mentioned. But first, let me show you how you can show us your support. If you enjoy our spine-tingling tales and want to keep the nightmares coming, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. You can also support us by using the donation link on the screen, which can be found in the description of the video. Your support helps keep us bringing you these wild stories from the unknown. Now, let's dive into Bob's unusual experience. Bob had always been an outdoorsman, spending his last 35 years exploring the woods near his home. He could identify every tree and remember the locations of all the best mushroom hunting spots. He had little patience for the tales of the supernatural, thinking of them as mere figments of imagination. But that changed one fateful day. It was a calm afternoon when Bob set out along a familiar forest road. He was hours into his excursion, alone and content. After gathering a decent amount of mushrooms, he paused and glanced up the road. Suddenly, he noticed a rock had fallen from a steep mountain slope, now sitting squarely in the middle of the path. He made a mental note to move it later, not wanting to damage his vehicle. As Bob returned to his car, he caught sight of a small figure, 2.5 feet tall, crossing the road from the dense foliage. At first, he thought it was a squirrel, but as it drew closer, he realized he was walking on 2 legs and appeared to be covered in brown cloth or fur. His mind raced as he struggled to comprehend the sight before him. This creature was moving deliberately, as if it had had a purpose. Bob couldn't shake the feeling that he was witnessing something extraordinary. Trying to rationalize what he saw, he hurried back to his car. As he drove past the spot where he had seen the figure, he looked back to see the rock had been pushed back to the side of the road, as if someone had returned it to its original resting place. He noticed the faint drag marks on the ground leading away from the road. The strange encounter lingered in his mind as he continued down the road, but he was determined to dismiss it as fatigue or his imagination playing tricks on him. However, the unease had settled deep within him, leaving him questioning everything he thought he knew about the woods. Weeks later, Bob returned to the area, compelled to revisit the strange spot. Armed with his camera, he planned to document his findings and maybe put the entire incident behind him. The day started off uneventfully, with Bob collecting mushrooms in a quiet part of the woods as usual. But soon, he found himself in the same spot where he had seen the creature. As he wandered deeper, an unsettling sensation crept over him, a prickling feeling of being watched. Suddenly, he heard a voice, soft yet clear, whispering from the tree line. "Hey!" It rang out like a loud whisper in a quiet theater, startling him. Bob's heart raced as he scanned the area, expecting to see another mushroom hunter or someone lost in the woods. But there was nothing, just trees and shadows where the voice had come from. Bob's instincts kicked in, and he bolted back to his car, adrenaline coursing through his veins. He couldn't comprehend what just happened, but he felt undeniably shaken. As he drove away, he couldn't shake the feeling that something unseen was following him. In the following days, Bob tried to make sense of the experience he had encountered. The whispering voice and the little creature gnawed at his mind. It felt as if the forest had secrets he was never meant to uncover. He realized his skepticism was crumbling beneath the weight of his experiences. And there you have it, folks. A seemingly normal place that became a sighting for cryptids and unexplained creatures. What do you think Bob experienced that day in the woods? Was it merely a figment of his imagination, or was there something else living out there that didn't want to be seen? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you want more of this kind of wild paranormal real life madness, make sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe, because we got plenty more where that came from. I'm Erudai, and until next time, stay curious, stay cautious, and remember, sometimes the scariest things are the ones we can't explain.